All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to start off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, B'Raka Kodash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone to rule well. Salutations to the hopeful light brothers out there pushing this truth. Yeah, man, this is, I'm just come out and say it. And if by order's sake, we have to take this video down, we're going to have to take it down. That's by order's sake. But yeah, man, this is a response to GMS Lionz being. All right, the whole video that we just watched, he did a response to the elder. Even if you are an elder, that's first off. Can you get on 1 Corinthians the 14th chapter?
Okay.
You know, the last verse. That's not how you carry things, man. You know. Got it.
This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. It says, "Let all things be done decently and in order."
Yeah, let all things be done decently and in order, man. It's a scripture where it says, you know, and that's how you know that Jake used to do that back in the ancient times, go to law one against each other, man, trying to self-justify. And hey, you could be right about some things, but the ways you handled that shit showed that you had a whole demon on you, man. All right, you know, because first off, you know, you have to check in, especially if they saying it's a demon in Florida, it's a demon in Florida, it's a demon in Florida. Might not be you, but just to make sure that you okay, they got to check you out too. And you being the head of the camp, yes, you have to respond. What the hell, man? It's that prideful. I'm a grown man spirit. Like, I ain't trying to be on. Ain't nobody say you have to be on the phone with nobody all day, man. Just check in. We all do it. You going through hell. We all going through hell. Yeah, hey, man. Yeah, you did our trouble to rest with us. All right? Hey, we all going through the same shit, right? You know, different levels, different roads. But for you to even separate yourself like that, that shows a sign of pride, man. Anybody trying to bring you down? The rebuke is to correct you, because you're not doing it. What kind of stupid ass shit is that, man? Yeah, I did want that Proverbs 29, so I can get that.
This is Proverbs 29 and 1. It says, "He that being often reproved hardeneth his neck."
That's right. He that being often reproved hardeneth his neck. All right. You know, because what you're saying, you was going through all year, you was holding it in, and what happens when somebody's doing it? They tissing up, and then they just explode. And that's basically what you did. You did a whole hour long of a video of nothing but bullshit, man. First off, you know if a brother's about to do an hour long video by themselves, there's something wrong, especially if it's not a lie. I'm not sure if it was a lie, it could have been, so it's lucky for that. But hey, man, the point stands. It was an hour long full of nothing but bull, man. With no proof in that. What did you prove except that you were being prideful? You know, talking about that the brother's being prideful because he said put your information out there. He's trying to find your dumb ass so that he can congregate with you. Flew out there, might have had to do some business, but at least he tried to make a connect and do something spiritual with a brother. If a brother asked us to do that same thing, we just give it to him. What the fuck kind of? But anyway, man, real quick, reason why this is all being done, I don't know what else would be the matter, but you know that you have to check in, and it all could have. Hey, any type of slanders that was going on in their lives, that might have been going on about you, it could have all been exonerated if you checked in. Did some type of checking in, or you could have told a brother, phone call and said, okay, hey, the Spirit told me not to deal with this brother. You know, hey, I had a dream, and even though we're gonna get a scripture on that, man. Did you pray after the dream? I'm not sure if you did. That's one thing I can say, but the rest of that stuff is bull, man. All right? Because you could have just perfectly told a brother, hey, man, for order's sake, that's why we do this. You know? And yes, the Lord does have a problem with what you're doing, whether you realize it or not. For order's sake, you check in, let a brother know what's going on, so they don't automatically assume, man. Hey, man, it says that pride is hated by the Most High and men. That's in the book of Sirach. It's a hateful trait among the Most High and men. So best believe, if you're being prideful, hey, it's not only that we have a problem with it. You might think the Lord doesn't have a problem with it. He can send you all types of dreams. Doesn't matter. It says that fools chase dreams. And I want to get that scripture that Benji had got last night. Well, hey, the Lord can send you a sign that might be true. That doesn't mean that that's something that you're supposed to follow. You're still supposed to follow the Most High. But this is Proverbs chapter 27, verse 23. It says, "Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds." All right? Are we not a flock? Are different camps not flocks? Are there not brothers set up over certain regional camps, man? And they have to check in so that they can check in, to the up top. It's just an order, man. And you're proving yourself. What you did prove is that you proved yourself that you are a bastard. Now, if you are not, the Lord will, of course, fight for you, and you won't be there. But doing that shit was of bastard behavior, is why I say this. All right? Because it was going off, man. Hey, man, it said if you be without chastisement, like the elder had posted, then are you bastards and not sons. So you're supposed to have somebody getting on your ass. And you're supposed to take it. And if they, hey, man, it says, Sirach? Was it, you got something? Go ahead.
This is 1 Peter 2:18. Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the forward. For this is thankworthy if a man for conscience towards the Most High endure grief, suffering wrongfully. So if the case is, in the whole situation, if you didn't do nothing wrong, that could have easily been explained if you would have just communicated and been, if you would have been transparent with everyone instead of, not answering phone calls, being difficult, You could have, it still could get to the bottom, we can still get to the bottom of it, but now you make a hour-long video of justification and just basically a rant. You just want us to go on a rant. But now you have to basically, if you didn't do nothing, you have to suffer wrongfully.
All right.
And the Lord will justify you. The Lord will justify you, not you yourself. It says, "For what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently? But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with the Most High." That's why the brothers are getting on you, because what you're doing, your actions is not acceptable. If you didn't do nothing, humble down and just take the rebuke and suffer wrongfully, and then ultimately it'll come out that, okay, cool, this brother didn't do nothing. We're back on one page, But that didn't happen. You made that rant, the hour-long rant, and it just kind of made things worse,
Which is nigger shit, man. That's nigger shit, man. That is straight nigger shit. I got two precepts. The first one is going to be Sirach 32:7. It says, "Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art asked twice," man. Meaning get to the fucking point. All right? So, hey, man, if it's a requirement that you, if your brother wants to hear your explanation and all that, in which, of course, that's going to happen, because I'm like, well, Jake, what's going on? Well, brother, what's going on? And this is what happened when we walk in the band. And you're supposed to have a humble spirit and an apologetic spirit about it, because if you should know if there's some miscommunication going on, it's obviously that it's partly on your end, because did you reach out? And if you did, that's that. But if a brother asks you, the point is, you want to point out and say that, well, they could have did this differently. What did you do differently? Did you try to reach out? Did you explain the whole point of the matter, just to make it simple, so that you wouldn't be going through this matter? Because personally, that's what I would do, because I wouldn't want to go through the bullshit.
Yeah.
And if I am, we all get rebuked daily. But the way that whole video is a proven example of being a bastard. But I'm gonna get this real quick on the 34th chapter. This is Sirach 34, and I'm starting at verse 1. "The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false, and dreams lift up fools," man. So, hey, it says the dreams lift up fools. So, yeah, you could have had a dream that the Lord could have, either way the Lord did send to you, whether it be false or true. But at the same time, what could you have done? Could have said, well, hey, brother, shit, I do not feel comfortable really talking to this brother that y'all told me to talk to. The Spirit is telling me not to talk to him. Or I had a dream and I feel like it might be true. But you inquire of the Lord of that dream first off, and then you just let brothers know, man. All right? Because you are a part of a group to where you have to do these things. You put GMS on your name, so you have to check in as a group and as one with brothers. All right, and yes, with fellowshipping. We all men. Nobody really like. Sometimes we do be on the phone a bit long if it gets spiritual, but for the most part, I don't like talking on the phone. But I do it for order's sake. I know there's plenty of brothers in our camp that don't like talking on the phone, but we have to do it to check in to let brothers know what's going on, so that we keep the whole order of things, man. So there's no confusion going on in the camp. Let all things be done decently and in order. All right. It says, "Whoso regard as dreams is like him that catches a shadow and follow after the wind." All right. So you nothing's there. Then, hey, the Lord does send dreams, but 9 times out of 10, it could just be a dream. It might not be real. It's been so many different. A brother can have a dream that he got he was a part of the elect. Next thing you know, a couple months later, this guy falls the fuck out. I mean, but spirit could bring him back. Who knows? But same time, you can't really just regard a dream like that, man. The most important thing is to follow the spirit and get what's it? 1 Timothy's the 2 Timothy's the 14th. I mean the 4th chapter, the 15th verse. Presbyterian.
I think it's 1 Timothy's.
Yeah, because this is the same example that was left to us, man. You know that we have to do it.
This 1 Timothy's 4 and 14. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of the hands of the presbytery.
Okay, so a part of that gift is doing what? Following the orders. All right. It's a couple orders that we have to follow, and our flesh might not be comfortable with. You know, brothers want to get their certain hairstyle. Well, not only is it some of those hairstyles could be going off according to the spirit, you know, according to the word, but some of those hairstyles going off according to certain rapport, man. That's how we have to look as an example, man. Just making it simple and plain. What's so bad and what's so hard about checking in? What's so hard about growing your beard, man? Or not getting lineups, or not fucking arching your fucking eyebrows, which is homosexual as hell. All right, or getting tattoos, things that we just not supposed to do, and trying to make sure that we all on the same page, man. You know. We're supposed to have that spirit for each other like David had for Jonathan, man. To cleave unto one another. That's what the scripture says. You can get, you got something?
Yeah, 1 second. This is 1 Timothy 4 and 16. It says, "Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them. For in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee." So we're supposed to continue in the doctrine. And the doctrine, all right, it tells you in the doctrine that everything has to be done decently and ordered. From the day you learned it, all the way until, you know, salvation and the Lord comes and we get out of here, man. That's why I said, the scripture says, continue in the things that thou hast learned. You learn to keep order. You learn to check in. You learn to do these things that keep you in line with the scriptures, according to what the apostles say through the Spirit, man. So you're just supposed to, it's just supposed to continue in those things. You're not supposed to slack off and not report when you don't want to report, you know, things like that nature, you know, backbite and buck up, and just continue doing what you're supposed to do and just remaining humble instead of doing all the things that you're doing right now, because it's showing it's putting a bad light on you. That's what it's doing, because you're going contrary because of your emotions to what the brothers are trying to tell you. They're just trying to tell you and reprove you and correct you. You act like we all want each other to get destroyed or something. Or everybody's against me.
If that was the case, just kick your ass out.
Yeah, they would have. Yeah.
Why would somebody? No man. Hey man, that's a female spirit that want to just go against you and fucking argue all the damn time. If a man, if they really just truly wanted you out of there, they would just say, "Well, you're doing this, you out." That's it. It wouldn't be no, you have a chance to come. No, it's you out. Who wants to put up with that? And that's a lot of things that's like that far as that spirit is going on with brothers that's so called in the truth. They'll have that spirit of coming with that womanly vibe, like somebody want to bring you down, man. First off, you shouldn't. That's some worldly shit anyway. You shouldn't even feel like that. Cause I'm already down enough, bro. Shit. How brothers gonna bring me down? I'm already. What are they gonna do? Continue to keep me there? That's all they can do. which is a good thing because it's humbling my spirit. But what the fuck, a brother trying to bring you down? That shouldn't even cross your mind. I wouldn't even think that. Oh, they just after me. You know, nigga. If that's the case, the Lord is after you then, man. He very well may be.
I got one more. This is 2 Timothy 3:14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. Okay, so you're supposed to, if you really respect the apostles, why don't you just humble down and answer and basically fall in line to what they're saying? And then you use the script, you read the scriptures, and you suffer wrongfully if you didn't do nothing. The Most High will be pleased with that, because then He'll eventually just justify you. That's all you gotta do. Just leave it in the hands of the Lord. You don't gotta go argue with people. And, you know, if somebody says bring up like accusations against you, you know, you're supposed to take it. You're supposed to suffer wrongfully, because if you didn't do it, the Lord's gonna show people that you didn't do nothing. That's what eventually is gonna happen. Now you bucking up and making hour-long videos is showing that maybe you are doing something. Maybe you hiding something, you know? Because there's no reason for you to do an hour-long video and just talking about nothing. Just being emotional. You talking about the people, brothers being emotional. You being emotional doing an hour-long video rant.
It's extremely emotional.
Who does stuff like that? You could have spent, if you was going to make an hour-long video, you could have spent that hour talking on the phone. Then, you could have spent an hour talking on the phone. Then we would have got somewhere.
Right.
Okay, you would have went on your rant on the phone. And then, okay, the brother would be like, well, no, that's not okay. Well, you know, stuff would have been solved, all right, more conveniently than you making a video hour long and just ignoring other people, man. You could have spent the hour on the phone, man.
It would have looked a lot better, too, man.
Yeah.
But, and then, like, because you're going to say some elders, what Apostle Ariam Live said was righteous. It was truly righteous, because he didn't jump to the point. He said, you know, if there are some brothers that are not included in that, which could have also been you, just make a call and let them know what's going on. Because you ain't been checking in, that means that you ain't been, and then you try to bring younger brothers down. That's just low, man. Of course, a brother that's in your camp is going to have some type of affirmation for you. And then if they don't understand truly all the way, you know, especially if they just came in, they're going to see like you being put down. They're going to see how you might have cut some brothers, or not even just cut, you might have brought out some edification. I'm not going to say might, I'm pretty sure that you did, because you've been following the doctrine to a certain extent. Till now, all right? So, of course, the brother's going to have that spirit for you, because they're going to feel like the spirit is with you. But the way that you acting, it was a whole example of not to be, and you're misleading, man. We don't have that in the camp. That was extreme pride, man. Oh, when all you had to do was make a goddamn call. Just like when you was watching that video yesterday with Jake doing all that. He had a fucking learner's permit.
Yeah.
Trying to prove the facts to the cops. Like, oh, you know, by this law, I can shit. Nigga, all you had to do was show your ID. Show your real ID.
Yeah, the damn devil said this. The dude was like, what do you expect me to do? And the damn devil's like, I expect you to show me your ID like everybody else. I expect you to check in like all the other camps.
Every other motherfucker, bro.
That's all it is. Damn.
Like every other brother. Like, why is it so hard to do the same thing that we all do? Oh, he's just getting on me. No, if it hadn't been any other brother, it would have been him gotten on too, man. And that's what don't make no sense, man. You know? Well, real quick. Get this Hebrews 10:25. It says, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together. Now, we can't always get together with every brother. And sometimes when you got work and you're in a camp with brothers directly, you know, not even just brothers in different states. If you're in a camp with brothers directly, sometimes you might have work, or you might have some things going on. You got business you have to tend to, where you can't always be assembling with brothers. So what we have now in the 21st century, we have something called a phone call, where you can call the brother, or at least text. You know, a call preferably, but if you're really that jammed up, a text would be. You know, it's just about checking in. All right. It says as the hold on, I'm gonna start over the verse. Words. It says not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, and then comma, as the manner of some is. So that goes to show you, some brothers just wasn't like, Shalom, see you next week. That's all. It was brothers that just wasn't dealing like that, and that was going on. Because we're supposed to be clicked together. Because the more you're around someone, what happens? The more you talk to someone, the more you become like them, which can be good or bad. So if it's a brother and you call yourself being in the same camp with brothers, you know, we all GMS, then you adapt to that spirit of being GMS and try to click with brothers in GMS, especially those who be over their heads. All right? That's all it takes. A simple phone call. You want to call the guy that will explain that to another elder brother so that they can get to the bottom of it, and then they can talk about that matter and formulate what's the best way to go about things after that. But the way that you just went about it just now, first off, you should have felt like a damn bastard. And if you're not a bastard, you wouldn't have done the things that you did as far as that self-justification, man. Did you get that, Ciroc 6?
I think we did it, but I can get it for you again.
Well, let me finish this part real quick. It says, but exhorting one another, which that was, of course, you know, you would have got the call and he was going to be exhorted, you know. You get that rebuke, all right? Of course, even if it wouldn't have been like, oh, you going off, or brother, you going off, or it could have been like, well, you know, brother, this is going to do it. It is, however the spirit has it come out, you have to deal with it, all right?
You keep going. I'll plug it up. You good to go.
It says, but exhorting one another is so much the more as we see the day approaching. So as we see the day approaching, what are we supposed to do? Because, of course, you know, not every, probably some years ago, maybe about 2 or more, we didn't really have the whole chicken dinner thing, man. We didn't have it like that. But it says, now much more do we see the day approaching. Yes, we have to be tighter knit. Yes, we have to be more strict. Yes, we have to be more on point. Not with other brothers, but first with ourselves and then other brothers. Because like the scripture says, do a diligent search to know the state of thy flock, man. Make sure everybody's in order.
I got what you want me to start here?
The 6 and 2. I kind of do remember getting it, but let it come out again, man.
Can I start at 1?
Yeah.
Ciroc 6 and 1, it says, instead of a friend, become not an enemy, for thereby thou shalt inherit an ill name, shame, and reproach. Even so shall a sinner that hath a double tongue. Extol not thyself in the counsel of thine own heart, that thy soul be not torn in pieces as a bull strung alone.
Yeah, it says, instead of a friend, hey, you don't have to be buddy-buddy with every brother. You know, we have to all love one another, of course, man. There's certain brothers that don't really like certain things that other brothers do, not just going off. It's just their spirit ain't with them like that, as far as on certain things they do, you know. But as far as spiritually, yes, we're all supposed to love one another. And yeah, as far as with that, you know, just keep a peace among the brothers. Making the phone calls of peace. You don't have to be somebody's best friend in the truth. We're here to be brothers. That's it. That's right. I'm not best friends with all my brothers according to the flesh, save one. You know, but we're brothers. So how much more brothers just in the spirit, man? You know, when you talking to a brother, the first thing, hey man, you're supposed to be on the brotherly aspect, man. Which should be humility, peace, and of course correction. Those are the spirits that should be within your heart, man. And you tripping and you calling brothers all motherfuckers and all that, man. Brother calling you bastard. That's in the scriptures, and you get mad that he said that he used the scripture to establish his point. All right, I couldn't get through the whole thing. I think we got through a good 40 minutes because there was a lot of bullshit. At least he brought out scriptures.
25 minutes actually.
You got through 25. That was a long ass 25 minutes, man, of no scriptures. No scriptures, man. You know, and usually I feel, and the spirit says it too, man. It says, if you speak not according to this spirit, then there's no light in it, man. You know? So, of course, you know, you got to bring out the scriptures or link it up with the scriptures. You didn't do that. Not saying that, hey, some of the things you could have been said was on point. I don't know anything about the slanders and the lies. But as far as with the, rest of that, how you went about it and not checking in, these things are true. Nobody knows really what's going on with all of Florida right now, man. Nobody really knows, man. But at the same time, you become a better brother and a better witness by just bringing out the point. And that's it, man.
Yeah, this is Job 9:20. If I justify myself, my own mouth shall condemn me. All right. If I say I am perfect, it shall also prove me perverse. So you said that you're following the the ways that the apostles set up. It said the Lord's justifying the apostles because you're not doing what they said to do. It said, and you're trying to justify yourself through that whole hour-long rant. You're trying to justify yourself. It says your own mouth shall condemn you. That's why the other brothers got on the comment board and they realized that you were just talking about nothing, man. Exactly. Condemning yourself.
And out of all the slanders, and most of the slanders were by their own peers that they used to actually be in a school with. The elder apostles, man, I never seen them justify themselves on video, man. They would just bring out the point on something that somebody was going up for. Well, that's it. And then, because it sounds like a whole bunch of chitter chatter, like women bickering. All right, that's not what these videos are about. Even this one, it's not about bickering. This is some fact that you're going off, and if you receive the Spirit through this, that's it. It's all squash. Because we don't have a problem with you. We don't even know you. But as far as that Spirit that you just came in and you leading brothers, and you're supposed to be called an elder, Zaquan, bishop, whatever you, which are whether we want to receive these titles, that's what we have been assigned to do. We ain't worthy of it, of course. But, yeah, that's what you are over that camp. You're the bishop or the elder over that camp. All right? So, that example that you just gave to the younger brothers, or brothers that ain't even been in the faith and joined your camp, is a horrible example, man.
I'm only like 2-3 years in the truth, and I'm watching this. I'm trying, I try to look at different elders and see what I should be doing. You said the scripture says, mark the perfect man. But when I see this, it's like, I read the scriptures, I'm like, that's kind of not what doing. That's what my spirit told me. So, I mean, what else am I supposed to do but be honest? If it's not according to the scriptures, what am I supposed to do? Basically defend you because of my emotions. That's what a lot of the people under you are gonna do because they know you. They're attached to you, of course, because you're their head. So they're gonna try to defend you, not knowing that them defending you is them basically going against the elders as well, going against the apostles and all the brothers as well. And that's how you getting them condemned.
You got brothers in council, but what they did, man, they took it actually the rightful way, man. They took it on. You get that Timothy. This is godly. This is just with the Most High. It says God. If you take it. If you take it get how it's worded, but it's okay. Maybe like the third, 1 Timothy 3, something like that. Acceptable with the Most High, this is acceptable with God. Acceptable. Alright. Because, you got brothers that had their head and they can't removed for whatever reason, And he took it cheerfully. Didn't tell nobody to follow him on the way out. So much that the brothers don't even want to be called elder. And brothers had an affirmation for him. And brothers also felt like, oh shit, will we be the renegade camp? Because we don't feel like this happened, this, that, and the third. But it's not about how we feel. And we, brothers, every brother loves the heads of their camp, man. If brothers, really going hard and leaving in the right way, of course they're going to feel that way, Or even if it's a brother you've been around, you're going to feel like that. But is it right to follow somebody that's been casted out for a while or forever? No. That's not how we deal. You're supposed to be following Yahweh Shai, And some brothers you have to love from a distance for a time being until the Lord, of course, exonerates them. You got that?
Yeah, I brought this out earlier. That's just weird. It's in First Peter.
Oh, First Peter.
It's 1 Peter 2:20. For what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently? But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with the Most High.
So if you get, you taking a trial for things that you actually did wrong, you know, and you suffer it, you can do that, but you can't suffer patiently for something that you didn't do. You know, that's what it's saying. Like, yeah, of course, like you actually did this wrong. You know, you're gonna suffer for that. Now the Lord wants to see you suffer for something that you didn't do directly. Just see what manner of man you are. See if you're gonna take it humbly. All right. You know, because read that again.
1 Peter 2:20. For what glory is it if, when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently? But if, when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with the Most High.
Just like a nigga going to jail, man. You take that, you know, get locked up on Esau's law, but the Most High wants to see you take it now, man. You know, just take it. And again, it's all types of ways you can do better to explain these points and make sure that you're not in the wrong, man. Because it says this is all done for men to lead a peaceful life, man. A peaceable life. Get that, then if you got something to end it off on that. This is it's 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 2. It says verse 1. This is 1 Timothy 2:1. It says, I exhort therefore that first of all supplications, prayers, intercessions, and giving of thanks be made for all men. Alright? For kings and for all that are in authority, that we may lead a quiet and peaceable life in all godliness and honesty. Alright? So that's what you're supposed to even feel that way about yourself, man. Like, combating what you're doing right now just made it even harder. Because your pride wouldn't let you understand that you could have just took the load and just talk to a brother. Explain your point without all that bucking up, without trying to make it seem like brothers are so evil that's correcting you. Because now you causing confusion in your camp and any other camp that sees your videos. And then, hey man, somebody from IUIC started saying that I'm right about something that's going on in my camp. I started checking myself. Like, cause what I do from IUIC? Yeah. And then he agreed with something I had said. So that like, how you gonna have counsel if somebody won't even answer the damn phone? Somebody won't even answer the phone, man. How you gonna have counsel, man? So with that, man, this ain't directed to just one group, man. This is the spirit that goes over all, man. Because even with Elder Ariella, he said some things that probably wasn't just directly talking about you. Because he said the bald head and all this, that, and the other. I don't believe that was in your camp, but I'm not truly sure, because I know they came from the apostle others on down, man. But this whole correction of things, everybody that watch it should feel it. Like, well, damn, am I doing this? Am I doing that? Let me make sure I'm not doing that, and I'm doing this. That's how you're supposed to feel every time you watch a video. With that, let's say, shalom to the brothers that's sincerely listening, man. Give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, B'kakodash. And double honors to the apostles and elders. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
Abba the War.